Hi guys, welcome back to Allotment Diggers. Well, it's the 12th of January 2025. We've only just recently got back from the Antiques and Collectors Fair at Bolton. We've been buying a few coins. I'll share them at the end of the video. Yeah, this week's been an absolute washout on the allotment. We've actually been doing we've done something there which I'm going to show you in a bit. It's an how to grow ranunculus, as I like to call it, ridiculous, because it's very difficult to actually get going, but that'll be coming up later in the video. In fact, I was going to do a standalone video with that, but since I don't make any money from YouTube, I make any I just thought we'll throw it in with everything else what we've been doing. And well, let's show you how the week started off, and we'll take it from there. So
well, come down to the allotments, and the first one here, obviously, because there's no footprints or tyre marks or anything, and I can't blame anyone for not coming down here today, because they've not even gritted the roads outside, not even the main roads. The car's slipping, it's sliding, it's going every bloody where. We've had about 2 inches of snow, but like I say, the problem I've got with my car, it's so small, it's got no bloody grip. Anyway, we're here. So I'm going to swing the car around, park it up there. I'm going to go and got the water bottle for Buttercup. So yeah, first on the allotment. Let's go make a mess of the paths and everywhere. Well, there's my contribution to making a mess of the allotment. We just drove on, swung it round, parked the car facing out, so if we get stuck, so at least we could get someone to tow us out. So here we are, the first person on the allotment. It's about 2 inches of snow. Not looking good, guys. We certainly won't be able to see buttercups coming, that's for sure. All the birds are going to be in serious trouble. Now, 7 days ago, come down these paths, we're either swimming or skating. Now we're slipping and sliding. Footprints there. It's very slippy underfoot. We'll be able to do another one of these videos, first videos of the year, where the plot is under snow like we did in the last 12-month update, if you remember. We start off with snow. Well, here we are, we started off with snow again. I have to come down every single day. It doesn't matter what the weather is. Like I say, I've got a cat and I've got chickens to worry about. Anyway, so far so good. You can see the footprints here of cats, so Buttercup's been active, but not just recently. She'll be in that greenhouse there. She won't be too far away, I don't think. Anyway, I'm going to have to put the camera down in a moment. Yeah, well, you can see footprints going in. So, and there she is. She's decided not to walk out in the snow. Can you blame her? Right, I'll see you in a minute, guys. And I will have a look. I'll do my monthly video here, I think. It'll only take a few minutes.
Anyway, we had a slight break in the weather as on Monday, and then Wednesday we turned up to this.
Well, we just come on the allotments. As you can see, the snow has been now replaced by water, and we've got a river, or I should say a lake, outside the allotment gates. Got a bit of water here. Yeah, some cloud up there. Now, there's a meteor shower last night. So I'll draw the picture. Yesterday, there's about 2 inches of snow on the allotment. Weatherman going absolutely bananas, saying, "Oh, we're all in trouble here. It's the end of the world." Well, that very night, there was a meteor shower due. And I knew as soon as the meteor shower come, what'll happen is, it'll cloud up and it'll start raining. And that's exactly what it did. And it's washed all the snow away. It's all gone. There's a tiny bit left here, but everything's gone. And the problem is now, is how do I get to me plot? Because the paths are all flooded again. And I can see down there. Wow, I'm slipping and sliding here. Bloody hell, this is dangerous. Oh, look at this. Water everywhere. Well, this can't. Look at this. Wow. Oh, this is going to be fun. How do I get... This is where we get wet feet, guys. Crying out loud. I'll tell you what. We'll scoot round these bushes here. Look at that. You can guarantee all the others will be flooded. These will be squishy here. Look at that. This one will be okay because of the drain in. I put the drain in with our kid. We'll have to go back that way, but then again at the top there near the shed it's all flooded. Here's Buttercup come to greet me. Hi, princess. Look at this. Wow. I'm gonna have to start naming these paths. There's Phyllis's Brook or something like that, or Tony's Brook. Oh, little wren just went underneath that IVC there then. But look at that. Look at this. This is what I want to show you. Wow. My God, that is terrible. Look at that. His shed's underwater. He needs to lift his shed up. Now I did when I was chairman, I said to Bill, do you want to move off this plot so we can add some more soil to it and build it up? He said, oh, I'll be all right. I said, well, the only thing you're going to grow there, mate, is rice. Look at this. Water. Wow. This greenhouse is underwater here as well. Look at this. This is shocking. Look at that. Now this is flooding at the extreme. But it still manages to grow stuff. In about 3 months' time, this will all dry out. It'll turn it over and it'll be growing all sorts of stuff in it. But it is disheartening when you see this. When you see it like that, that is shocking.
So we went from one extreme to the other. And then by Saturday, which was yesterday, we turned up to this.
Well, guys, this isn't snow. What you see here is frost. This is frost. It's crazy, isn't it? Look at it. Absolutely unbelievable. We did have snow at the start of the week, then midweek. But all we've had is frost. Everything's frozen. I just brought water down for the chickens. They're going to be frozen even when we put glycerin into the water. Buttercup has got water. Well, I've just put water in there for Buttercup. There's the food. She's got a pile of that. However, she's been given a pile as well. Yeah, but -8, -9 it got down to here last night. And as you can see, well, Buttercup, she's sorted. She just runs in there. The little bugger, what she'll do in a minute when my back's turned, she'll pull that cover off there, and then she'll jump in and sit on top of the water bottle. I've got to watch what I'm doing here with these things because I know what she's like. She pushes them off, but she brought more cameras. Yeah, it's the 11th today. I've just come on, just paid me rent for the year, 53 quid. And then I'm not got to go and sort the chickens out, and going to finish my video off today. I would normally do it tomorrow, but I'm going up to there's an Antiques and Collectors Fair at Bolton, so I'm heading up there, so I'm not going to have enough time to be doing that and doing this at the same time. However, this week's not been able to do very much, but what I've done, I'm going to show you. Yeah, so she's been taken care of. I shall go and do the chickens in a moment. And I was going to go and get a load of wood chip to do the paths here. Now there's a load of wood chips been dropped off at the top of the allotments. It's not too bad. You'll see in the video anyway, but the trouble is where I can't put it on here. Just had a lift over with the water there off Aaron, which was nice of him. You know, we all come to pay his rent, so I just give him a check there, signed a check for him. So anyway, I need to get what I'm gonna need is me knife here, some croutons there dipped in some bacon fat for the chickens. Got the water. Now all I've got to go and do is break the ice, which is going to be fun. I hope she stays here. However, she'll be probably following me up the path, and I can hear her whining as I'm sorting the chickens out. What are you doing, Butter? Hey, what are you doing, Buttercup? Hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Hey. Oh, yeah, you little devil. Get that tail here. Don't you even think about it. Oh no, she can't push that off, or can she? She gets her shoulders on it, she'd push the bugger off. Hey, do you enjoy your dinner? She spent more time in her bed and fast asleep this week. It's been too cold to even go outside. But she doesn't have to go outside because she's got her food here. You've spilt your food all over here, haven't you? What you like? She'll sit there and sunbathe now. The sun's come through the grate. All these glass needs. Look at this here. All this glass needs cleaning. Can't do it now until they turn the bloody water back on though, because I need me jet wash. It needs water. The gunk is on the outside. It's not on the inside. It's on the outside. So yeah. Anyway. Enough of that. Let's go. I'm going to sort the chickens out, so I'll see you in a bit, guys. We're in the chicken pen and the water's frozen solid. Now, there's actually glycerin in the water there to stop it from freezing. And the same with that one over there. But, yeah, they've got lots of food. Look, they haven't got no water, and the main thing is the water. So I've got me digger. Now I've got to dig it all out. And we'll use that water and we'll refill this one. So that's the one we're going to refill. We're going to leave the other one for now. I'll do that later on when I come back. But right now I'm going to do this one, so watch this space. Well, these chickens are killing me. Get your head out of the bloody way. I'm trying to break this ice up here. I give up. They're worse than the bloody cat. In fact, that water's okay, so I'll probably put the water in the other one. But yeah, this is what I've got to do, break the ice. This is fun doing this, but it's got to be done. Well, got to tell you, this has not been easy to do it, break this ice out of here. That one's broke the water free now. This one we've topped up with fresh water. Bloody ice here. Dealing with these chickens are a killer. They're all over you while you try to do it. I just threw a load of breadcrumbs in there to distract them. Well, they've woofed all the breadcrumbs. There's not much left now. But the water's free. They've got the food. They've got the treats. I can able to cup outside whining. I'm just going to collect the eggs if there is any. Like I say, minus 8, minus 9 there last night, so I'm not expecting any eggs, but we'll find out in a moment. Okay, so we got 6 eggs so far. It's still early, so I could get the other 2 eggs in a bit. There's always one what's dead late in laying, but yeah, 6 eggs, I can live with that. The white ones is Jemima. The others are all the red ones. Jemima's the sandy sort of colour, and the one who lays the white egg. But 2 more eggs from the Nova Browns, and then we cracked it. All right, I'll be out in a minute. Stop whining. Turns out there was another egg in there. It was in that other end box. I couldn't see it, so we've got 7 eggs. We're still waiting for the last one to lay, and I can tell you which one it is. Where is she? There she is, underneath my feet. That's Jemima, the one that laid the white egg. Anyway, now I've got to strategically get out of here without buggerlugs. Try to get in, although she wouldn't come in. I don't think she'd do any damage, even she got in here. Buttercup, you know what I'm doing? I just shut the door there. Well, I can't carry her. You're gonna have to come over here yourself. Come on. I've got a pocket full of eggs here. I saw that. I've got the sniffles. Don't cut your hair, guys, when it's gonna snow. There's a tip for you, if there ever was one. Anyway, there's the empty. I take this home. I'll leave it there for now. Right, hang on, let me sort the eggs out, Buttercup. Give me a sec, guys. I need 2 hands to do this. So as you can see, it was absolutely horrendous out there on the plot. Getting to the plot it was even harder. The roads, the gritters hadn't gritted the road, so it was slipping and sliding, which was quite fun actually. That advanced driving lessons paid off, I can tell you. But the car's very small. It's small, and you know you got to be careful because it gets easy to get stuck. These things, because they're very light, and once you start to get stuck, you've had it. Not like the bigger cars that I've had over the years. Anyway, we got here the week. You know, we got here every day, mainly to sort Buttercup out. She's inside there now. We just had the hot water bottle in there, burning the inside of that, getting it nice and dry. It's behind me at the moment. It's in this one, drying this one out. We stick this over the top of it. We force the heat down, as you know. So yeah, anyway, that's what it's been like on here this week. I did go up to the top of the allotments and noticed there was some wood chip up there. Let me show you. I just arrived up to the top of the plot here to look at this wood chip. Now they've got a tip off about this. It come yesterday. So the wood chip itself looks okay. I mean, the stuff here on the side looks okay. There's a bit of green up there. You can see it's what it is. It's a conifer. This. You see the pine needles. So I'm thinking we could do the front of the plot in this, or maybe the back part of the plot in it. Trouble is, it's all frozen here, all icy, and it's a bit dodgy. And I don't particularly want to be wheeling a wheelbarrow with a with a big carrier bag, a big bag on it. On this circuit, it's very slippery. In the next day or two, I think we're going to be getting a few bags of that. That's if anyone else sees that and they want it, it'll be gone pretty quickly. I tell you, the way that they'll hammer it. But there's always more come, so yeah, next 2 days, who knows, we may do the front of the plot and maybe even do the back of the plot. There's enough there to do the back and front and then some.
As you saw, the wood chip looked okay, but the trouble was the pass was it was frozen and it was too dangerous really, so I've not actually gone and got any yet. Although today I'm looking up the back here and it's all cleared, so we could go and get some, but I'm going to be doing the video today, so it's going to look like tomorrow it doesn't rain, so fingers crossed it doesn't rain, it doesn't freeze and it doesn't snow, and then we can, and this all melts here because it's still there's still ice and snow on the paths, so we need that to thaw out first before we start sticking the wood chip on it. But when we do, that's what we're going to do. So yeah, this week we've been basically we're in the front greenhouse starting the ranunculus out. Like I say, I do like to call it ridiculous because it's ridiculously hard to get to germinate. You could do all the prep work, you can do everything, and then nothing. Honestly, nothing. It's harder to get to germinate than parsnips, and I struggle with parsnips. That's probably the only one I struggle trying to grow is the parsnips. But the ranunculus is even harder. So you're going to see me actually preparing this. We had to prepare the compost. I was going to go 50-50 with the perlite and the compost that I actually bought. In fact, I'm thinking of raiding the shop and getting a load of John Innes, because the John Innes that I bought was really good. So I might go back there and get some more of that, and when we do I'll show you the shop. But yeah, you're going to see me mixing that. I was going to go 50-50, but I went 50-75, 75 being more compost, because there was perlite in the compost as well, so you know, which was unusual for John Innes. I didn't think they put perlite in it, but they do. So you're going to see me having to well, we actually had to soak the corns or the tubers for up to well, a couple of hours really, to hydrate them before we potted them on, put them into the pots. You're going to see me putting them into these small pots, then you're going to see the small pots be put in the compost, and then you're going to see them go from small pots to bigger pots. So yeah, we found the bigger pots, so I decided to use the bigger pots, and you're going to see me doing a tray of them, and I show you how to plant them as well. There's a right way and a wrong way to plant them. So let's show you what we were up to. So today we're going to be planting these called ranunculus. I call them ridiculous because they're an absolute nightmare to actually get started. Now each one of these is the plant. Now don't kid yourself, these might be small tubers, but they do grow into some fantastic flowers, and as you can see, they are dehydrated at the moment, so what we've got to do is soak them in water for a couple of hours to get them hydrated before we put them into these plant pots here. And it doesn't get any easier because the compost has to be perfect for these. If you don't get it just right and you don't get the moisture just right, these corns will not germinate. They take up to between 4 and 8 weeks for them to actually come through, so you know, and you're not necessarily actually going to get them to come through. They're so difficult to grow these. I've grown them before, but they're an absolute nightmare to get started. So what we've got to do first, we've got to hydrate them, so we've got to put some water in here now. It's warm water that we're putting in, and so it it soaks in, and then what we'll do, we're going to leave them for an hour or two, and then we're going to prepare the compost. That's another thing what I'm going to show you, how to prepare the compost for this. So first things first, let me just get the water sorted, and then we'll be right back. I'm just going to tidy up here a bit. So we've got some water in this flask. It's nice and warm, and basically we're going to soak them and leave them like that. You can see a bit of steam. It's not hot, it's just warm water. It's freezing today, so we brought this water from home, and like I say, it's we're going to put this lid on it now. I'm going to leave them for an hour, so we will be back in an hour or two, and we'll get these planted. So while they're hydrating again, because like I say, they're dehydrated, so you need to hydrate them before you actually plant them. Very tricky plant to get started, but once they've got started, it's plain sailing. So we're going to put them to one side, and well, we might as well tear open these pots here. Now these are the pots we're going to be using, and like I say, what we can do once we're going to just plant these straight into the ground. All I've got to do is unfree them, which is not as easy as it looks, because like I say, they're a bit cold. They've been in the greenhouse for God knows how long. So these are the pots we're gonna plant them in. Now then, we've got the pots, so what we need now is to mix the compost, and that's easier said than done. What we're going to need, I'm going to use perlite, and now you can use, a lot of people use peat-free compost, and when you do that, you've got to add stuff to it, but I'm going to use a combination of this perlite here and some John Innes. Now the John Innes, what I've got here, has actually got perlite in it, but what I like to do is mix 50-50 of this this stuff to get them started. So we're mixing a bag of that to a bag of the same amount of compost. However, because this compost have actually got perlite in it, we're gonna have to see. We might have to not put so much in. We'll see. We'll play it by ear anyway. So the first things first is basically making the compost. Now I've got no room in here to do it, so I'm gonna have to do it outside. I'm gonna show you me doing it outside. We'll mix it all together. We'll get it all prepared. And then we can start thinking about the corns and getting them planted. Bust this bloody bag here, stick it in the bucket. So this is the compost we're going to be using. It's John Innes, and lot of sand in this stuff, really. Now then, this is what I wanted to know. So that there is what we're going to be mixing. To that. So that's the mix. 50-50. Now there is perlite in here, but it's going to look a little bit different once we start to mix it all together. I'm just making sure that bloody cat's away. She's sat on my car at the moment.
So I don't know if you can actually picking this up. I might add a little, I like to do a little bit over, so that's, there we go. So basically I'm using 1.5 to 1, so it's 1 pot of perlite or vermiculite to 1.5 pots of this. So we're going to mix this in, and then that's it, that's the mix. So that's the mix for the ranunculus. You can use it for other stuff, this as well, but what you want to do is you want it to be aerated. You want to get make it so it's very fine, this stuff, and you want to make it easy for the ranunculus when it starts to put its shoots out. It doesn't have to fight to push the shoots out. The shoots can move through the compost. So we've got this compost set up, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to top each of the pots up halfway, well, 2/3 of the way full to the top, and then once we've once the corns have or let's call them tubers, have actually hydrated, then we're going to put them in and just cap them with some more of this stuff. So yeah, this John Innes is not too bad actually. I might even buy a few more bags of this. I got tons of compost, but yeah, it seems to be all right, this. But that's what we're mixing with the perlite. Right, we're done here. This is all done. This is what you need to see. That's what it needs to look like. I'm using this this drip tray. I'm not going to be putting water into it, that's for sure. But, what we need to do now is to fill these to about 2/3 of the way up. So just to, I'll show you. So that's it. That's what we're going to do. We've got to fill them, each of them up to this level. So I'm going to do that now. I'll do it with them all and then we'll come back when they're all done, okay? So as you see, we've got each of these pots all sorted out now. They're not completely full, so what we do, we drop the plant in, then we cap them. So these, we've still got more compost to stick in here, but at the moment, like I say, we're waiting now for the ranunculus to hydrate, because they've been dehydrated and they need hydrating. Once we've put the tubers into these pots and we covered them over, then we need to put something over the top of them to cover them. So I'm probably going to stick another one of these trays over the top just to cover them. The thing is, you've got to be careful, because there's something what likes these little tubers more than I like ice cream. And if they get the note, they start to sniff these out, then that's it, it's end of story. And the bloody mice, and the worst things you can have, and we've got them, and there's a lot of them. Now Buttercup takes care of most of them, but the mice love these, so you've got to be dead careful. Once they've started to grow, we're fine. but if the mice finds these before they've actually started to come up, we lose a lot. So there's lots of different things that you can go wrong with these. Water, you've got to get the right sort of amount of water into them. You don't want them dry and you don't want them soaking. If you get them damp, what will happen is the tubers will rot. So there's another downside to these. And it's so difficult to get these things started. I cannot tell you just how hard they are. But we are going to be growing these. So I need to get another one of these drip trays from the back greenhouse, and then we can put it over the top of them, because they like to be in the dark, these, and we'll keep them in the dark for a few weeks, for 3 or 4 weeks, and hopefully they will start to come through. So fingers crossed. Right, I'll be back in about an hour's time, because that's how long we need to hydrate. We need 2 hours to hydrate these flowers. So all we can do now is sit and wait. We've decided, we found the original pots that I wanted to use. Now these ones here, they're okay, but these are better. So we've got bigger pots. I've got a pile of them there. I was looking in the shed and I found them. I knew I had them. I've got bloody tons of them. So yeah, we've got a load done up here and a load done here. Well guys, here we are with the ranunculus. Now these have had enough time to hydrate. These are the actual tubers. Now that is the right way, that's the up. These go face down, so claws facing down, and what you do, stick them in like that. So that's what we're going to do. In each of these, just going to stick them in like this. Each of these, making sure the claws are facing down. Now it doesn't matter whether they're big or they're small. These things, it doesn't matter, the size doesn't matter. What does matter is making sure you're planting them. That's the way up. That there is the right way up. And again, we just one in each pot. We've done more than we need, but like I say, we couldn't give a few away. However, we can just go potty and put them all into the borders like we normally do. So there's the first 20 now. What we need to do is to cover them. Don't go crazy. They only need about 20 milli of compost sticking on the top of them. 20 to 25 milli. Give them a shake. Don't try to compact them. They don't like being compacted, these buggers. If you compact them, well, good luck. You ain't going to get much. Yeah, you just got to be very careful how you plant these. You want the soil as loose as you can get it. Now, peat-free compost, they say, is the way to go. I've used John Innes potting compost. You can use clover, you can use anything really, but you do need to make sure you got some perlite or vermiculite in there, just to loosen the, keep the soil nice and loose. So I'm only going to show you me doing these ones. I will do the others in a bit. I'm leaning over here. I'm really leaning over to show you me doing this. Now, what I want to do now, I've not got it set up, but I need my little water can. Now, I brought water from home. This is tap water. I'm only going to do this the once, and until we see the whites of their eyes. Well, that's not working too well, so here we go. So I'm just going to do that on each one of them. It's all of what they're going to get until I see them actually coming up. It might look like I'm putting a lot of water in there, but trust me, I'm not. It's coming out very slowly, this, which is giving me the opportunity to make sure I'm regulating how much water can go in there. Right, the next job I need to do is not so much about, well, it's all about germination. Now, they do like to be in a dark spot, so we're sticking this on and we're sticking this over like that. Okay, now a little bit of light can get in there. Hopefully the bloody mice can't get in there. The mice are the biggest problem I've got. If they get in there, they'll eat the lot. So anyway, I've got the other 14 to do, so we're going to crack on with them, and we're just going to sit them in the greenhouse here like this. So that's it. That's all we need to do. Wait for 4 to 6 weeks for them to come up, and then start watering them accordingly. Then you can put them into the beds then. But we started them a little bit late. We should have started them in December. However, it's early January, so you know, late December, early January. Which just means that if they do germinate, we'll be getting them flowers around about the end of April, May. So, and they'll look glorious. Right, so that's it. Job's a good one. Let's move on. So we put the ranunculus into these. We've covered them at the moment with these trays, just covered them. We're going to leave them covered for about 3 weeks, so we'll remove the covers, and hopefully we'll start to see them coming up. It takes about anything from a month to 2 months for them to actually come through, but once they come through, we cracked it. So I've just left this here for now, and hopefully I'm going to put some of this fleece over the top of them as well. It's just to keep that frost. I mean, it's well, look out there. Now this compost was the compost is bone dry, a bit damp, but that's what it needed to be. The vermiculite, everything in it, everything we've done here today should guarantee these ranunculus actually start to come up. Now I can't say they're all going to come up, and I can't say any of them are going to come up. You just got to fingers crossed really with this stuff. It really is a difficult flower to get started, but once you do, you know, the sky's the limit. Anyway, that fleece will keep some of the frost off. As you can see, we've got flowers in the greenhouse here. I need to put that down there. There we go. They should have gone outside months ago. Now these are the flowers we planted last week. And yeah, that one comes to mind, that bloody pot there. Where's that cat? Never mind. Got more up here. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess in here at the moment, but we'll get it all tidied up. Ah, there's my other flask. I wondered where that one was. How many bloody flasks have I got here? There's another one in there. Oh well, at least we found 2 flasks today. So yeah, that's what we done. Pink Ranunculus. The well, they call it the spring rose. Beautiful.
So that's a ranunculus. Fingers crossed the germinate. It takes anything from 3 to 6 weeks, maybe a little bit longer for them to come up, but when they do come up, they're glorious. Like I say, they're called the spring rose. A beautiful pink flower. I've grown them before, but they are very hard to get started. Hopefully the mice will keep away. I was thinking about bringing them in here where Buttercup is so she can look after them, but she'll probably end up sitting on them, so it won't be the cleverest thing I've ever done. So we'll leave them where they are. They're covered up at the moment. They do like sitting in the dark. We've got fleece around them as well. I will take the cover off them shortly, but right now we're just leaving them as they are because of the way the weather is. Anyway, that's what we've been doing. That's all we've been able to do this week really on the plot. As I was saying earlier, we went up to the Collectors Fair at Bolton, and I'm going to show you a few coins that I bought there, plus the coins that I've been buying this week online. I've got to tell you though, I'm still waiting for over 16 parcels to arrive off YouTube. It's the Royal Mail. I paid first class for them, and I've been waiting 8-9 days for these things to turn up, and they still haven't turned up yet. It's supposed to be next day delivery. But anyway, let's show you what I've been buying.
Right guys, what I'm working at here, I'm struggling to even hold this camera up to show you what we've got here. Now these are a date run of farthings from 1900, and they go all the way up to when they went out of circulation. There's a few coins missing out of them, but I paid 10 quid for this, for them all. I mean, they're all in excellent condition. So, you know, I thought I got a bargain here. They just need, I think there's a 1956 missing. That's it. So we got a full date run of them. Right. They didn't get the book, but I paid a tenner for that. This is another book I'm working on. Now these are pennies with full lustre, well, lustre on them anyway, and they've got to be uncirculated. So we're working from 1970. That one there's a proof, and then the rest of them are all. These are all common. You can pick these up for £5 a piece. As you go further back, like the 51 and the 50, you know, they're about 50 quid with lustre. And moving back, as you go further back, they start to cost more money. These have all got full lustre on them, or most. There's more lustre than there is anything else. We get into the back here, so we've got a 1904, 1905. Now, I've got 16 other coins. I've got a 1900, 1901, 1902, 1903. I've got the 1909, 1912, 1918, 1918 KN, all with full lustre. I'm waiting for them to come. So, until they come, I can't show them you. But, yeah, this is another penny date run we're working on. Now, we've got some beautiful, I've already got many date runs of pennies, but I thought we'd make another one up. We've got nothing better to do. But yeah, these are pennies, and we're only collecting pennies with full lustre. So let me show you something else what we've been buying this week. So what we're looking at here are florins. and yeah, I picked these up for all a lot, including the box, 25 quid. And the reason why I picked them up is because of this one here, 1932. It's a rarer date, and it's not in too bad a condition. The thing is, all these are half silver, all them. And then all these ones here, these are all Cooper nickel. But there's a date run from 1920 to 1967, and like 25 quid. I'm not going to say no. Moving on. Oh, this is a koala. I picked this up. It's got a privy mark on it. And I picked this up today off one of the dealers in Bolton Antiques and Collectors Fair, and it's a lovely coin. Now you can pick these up without the privy mark for about 35 quid. I paid 40 quid for this one. I've been looking online. They're about 40 to 60, well, from 40 to 70 quid actually. So, you know, you go somewhere in the middle. So, you know, you got to pay a premium on these. And so I've got that. And apparently he's going to get me the 2025 Panda, so I don't have to go looking around for one of them. I saw this. It struck me eye. It's 1 troy ounce of silver. I paid 20 quid for it. Little ingot. So we got that. I thought it was worth it, 20 quid. Now then, you see this here, I can't see the date on it. It's full luster. I think it's a 65. This one's a 64. They go from 60 to 67, and they're all full luster, mint state. And this hang on, put that back in there. I just put my fingers all over it. Well done, Mark. So it come with this little tube, and there's 50 coins in it, all full luster, from 1960 to 1967, and I paid 5 quid, and that included postage. There must be 5 quid of silver in that, copper in that. We bought this Christmas card, our Christmas, yeah, well, that's what it is. It's a Christmas 50p from the Isle of Man. It's a 2012, and we bought that. What else did we buy? Well, I bought these in the job lot, and I've got to be careful here, because what's happening is this sliding off the bloody, off the mat, which ain't a good thing. Now we've got the 1807, 1806, 1807. If we have the 1808, I'll be climbing up the wall, but we haven't. Well, these are pennies, and they're really good quality pennies for what they are. They're absolutely fantastic. So we bought that, and then we bought this one, was in the job lot as well. This 1906. Again, beautiful coin. And we bought this cartwheel. Now I bought the cartwheel because it's a really good coin. And no dings on him, really. No dings. It's like I say, it's a George III 1797 cartwheel. Looks like it's been in the ground, and they've just chuck it out. You can see it's a bit of cack there in the letters, but I suppose if you was to get that out carefully, it's got to be worth 20 quid, maybe a bit more, 20-25 quid. And they're selling for a lot more on eBay. But if you look at them, I bought the 3 of them, and they cost me, are you ready for this? A tenner. So I bought all 3 for a tenner, so I thought that was a bargain. Right, anyway, that's what I've been wasting my money on this week and last week. But we've got a load of coins still to come. I don't know which was me better buy. Well, what did you say? You got 12. You got 12 florins there, and every one of them and all 50% silver. So I would say it'd been the florins what was the best deal, but I think my favourite coins, the favourite of all, would be the cartwheel penny. Now I've got these in full luster. I've got there's two different types. This 1797, and I've got both of them. It's all down to the berries. There's one with one or two more berries than the other, and if you ain't got them, then you ain't got them all, and I have. So that's another nice little coin. So I'm quite happy with that. And these two here are quite nice as well. Really good condition for being over 200 years old. Absolutely wonderful. So yeah, that's what we've been wasting his money on this week, guys. What do you think?
So as you saw there, we've got some lovely pennies with luster. I'm still waiting for the early ones to turn up. I've been buying them. Like the early ones that cost anything from 50 to 150 quid. They're not exactly cheap, these coins. The 1950 and the 1951, they're full luster. They're with full luster. They're uncirculated, and they're like 50, 60 quid each. Then as you get up to like the 19, I think the dearest one, you got the from 1960 to 67. You can pick them up full luster, mint state, maybe 5-10 quid each for them, but they've got to be perfect. The 1970, that was in a proof set. That was a proof coin, but I bought it anyway to stick in him. You know, you're going to pay a £5 for that as well. But as you go back, they get very expensive, like the 1918 KN&H and the 1919 KN&H, and then you got the 1918 and 1919 without the privy marks on them. There's 6 coins there, and they're going to cost anything from 50 to 150 quid. So we've got other coins coming. I've got a lot of coins still on order. The pennies, the farthings, we got them with a bargain. I paid I think it was 10 quid. That was with postage, and there was almost a complete date run there. So we love us farthings, guys. I've got every farthing that there is out there, and if there isn't a farthing that I haven't got, we'll find it. But I think I've got pretty much them all. James all the way back. We've got loads of them, and got them all. The 1806, 1807 pennies, there was a bargain. We actually got the cartwheel tuppence as well with them. Again, I only paid, I think it was about 8 or 9 quid. No, it was more. I think it was about 10 for the lot of them. I only bought it for the cartwheel penny because that was AU 45. That, and it's worth 30 quid on its own. The others are not as rare. If I would have got the 1808, my God, I would have been screaming off the top of London Bridge, because that's a very rare one. But we didn't get that one. But the others, I mean, they was at least AU 40, and I've not really looked at in detail, but it could be anything up to AU 50, extra fine 50. And then you're getting into the mint state then. I've actually got the cartwheel tuppence in mint state. I've got the 2 different varieties of them with the different amount of berries. They're slabbed up. They cost a lot of money then. But we'll show you them another time. What else did we buy? The Allotment Christmas 50p on the card. That was I stumped up for that. I paid more for that than I did pay for the farthings and the pennies put together. I paid 25 quid. It's worth 35, 40 quid, that, if not more. And they are very rare to actually find. So we actually got that. What else did we got? Oh, a Kookaburra house round. That had a privy mark on it. What I was looking for was Britannias, but the coin guy who would get some of the stuff off, he didn't have any Britannias, what I was looking for. But well, I was also looking for the 2025 Panda. Now he didn't have it, but he said he's going to get me one, so that's great. So next time I'm there, I'll buy it off him. Then I've got a complete date run of pandas. Then back, as you've probably seen me pandas, I've got all of them. So it's just that one, the 2025. We bought that ingot. It's 1 troy ounce of silver. It's not 1 ounce of silver, which I actually done myself there. I paid 20 quid for that, and I paid right on the nail for it as well. But you know, at the end of the day, it's silver, and it go into me silver hoard. That's the main thing. And the pennies, well, as you saw there, we've got some fantastic pennies. Anyway, I'm waiting for a load of them to turn up. When they turn up, we'll show them you. But right now I'm going to head off. I'm going to head off up to the top of the... Well, I was going to get some wood chip, but now my mate Rick's just turned up, and thankfully he is here. Really, I'm going to see how he is. He had an heart attack just before Christmas, and the daft bugger's carrying compost there. How is he doing carrying compost? Look, better go and give him a hand. Unbelievable. So yeah, he's just had a heart attack, and he's got bags of compost there, getting them out of the back of his car. So anyway, I'm going to head off. I will be back next week with more. And now I've got to go and edit all this and get it all up before, well, try and get it up for 9 o'clock tonight. I've got a lot to do today. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, keep warm. It's bloody blast monkey weather out there at the moment. And I'll see you back here next week for some more. As you can see, Buttercup's curled up in a bed there, and that's where she'll probably remain for the rest of the day. Right, I'll see you in a bit, guys. Oh God, I don't know if I can bloody... He's almost done it. What's he like? There he is. Bloody wheelbarrow full of clover. He's mad. Absolute barn pot. He's just had a heart attack. Anyway, I've got to go over there and see if he's alright.